we are not going, even though we're going to see wrong warps and we are going to explain them as soon as they occur. There's not much to do because first two words we're going to have uh, developer intended warps, as we're going to see in 1.1, and then the wrong warps, as we mentioned earlier. Those will play a major factor later on the race, as there are two that are pretty much precise. So, uh, while we go into it, why don't we explain what are wrong warps?
Yeah, so in this second level here, they're going to grab this beetle and then clash it. And you're going to see they're holding basically an invisible object. And that allows them to spawn a barrel that has a kind of corrupted ID that allows them to just exit the level and it counts as them completing it.
Well, how that corrupted ID works is that they are playing on version 1.1 of Donkey Kong 2. Basically, if this happened in 1.1, they would be on a endless loop of the game not knowing what to do. So the developers, when they made this new version, this corrected version, what they did was, oh, if the game acts as something that they do not know what's going on, they jump you out of the level. It will not give you a completed percentage, but it will show as completed. But if you re-enter that level, you will not be able to start select out of it, essentially.
So on top sale here, we saw them grab the snake, and there's a very strict input that you can do that allows you to get this super high double jump. And this allows you to jump up there, grab the beetle, and do another one of those clashes, which allows you to perform another wrong warp.
Yes. And now both on Crow, the first instance of luck on this game, as after the first two hits, Crow can either spawn fake eggs, as we are seeing on KBZ side, or they can spawn real eggs to hit Crow again. And on top of that, let's do the shout outs to Just Your Average Dave, which has the infamous world record of 17 fakes
It
that
seems
he
like
got.
both of them are getting pretty bad luck here.
Yes. Uh, they've got both on emulator and on console, so that's quite a feat. But both seem to have at least 4 fakes, if the timer is not confusing me. So, but still, it's almost same timer for both. So this is still a close race so far.
So heading into Hot Top, we'll have another one of those wrong warps, and this is a little bit different as we don't have beetle clashing. However, we have a chest and a barrel that we can clash together and get the invis still, which allows us to wrong warp.
Okay, KBC just missed the big boy. That
Yeah.
is basically after hitting an enemy while teaming up, uh, pressing the jump button on the same frame that the Kong returns, give you an extra height, which on Chu Chu you can use to reach the warp barrel easily. So
Yeah, we'll be seeing more of those later in the run. It's basically a double jump.
yeah, but at least does not involve the snake, which is easier than doing the snake. So far no
So,
problems.
yeah, so far, other than the pretty bad luck in Crow, both
Yeah,
the
apart
runners
from
are doing
yes,
decently.
and KBZ missing the big boy, but apart from that, not major. There was not major mistakes so far for both. Do the big boy Christmas with a big, slightly lead, but of course, we will see if in World 3, uh, where the true game begins, that will be changed.
Yeah, so we're just going through a last of the developer warp levels.
Yes. The last intended warp from the game, we are not going to see warp exclamation mark anymore, but we are going to see our good friend Cleaver. That this boss we do have a a needed trick called Flying Lady. Let's see who will get it. But It's just a little. If we see it, we're gonna explain. It's just a little misstep from the developers. But now we are going to see Christmas going for Lava Fly. That is basically skipping a whole section. It saves 4 seconds, but if you miss it, sorry, it saves 1 second, but if you miss it, you lose about 4.
So it looks like both players here got it on the first try, which is really good.
Yes, now they need to watch out for not losing Dixie at all, as Dixie Fanfare is a bit faster than it is, and we do have the Flying Diddy for the fans by Christmas. Christmas automatically on the lead.
So we're gonna head into World 3 now, which is where the game pretty much begins. We'll see some platforming finally.
Yes, Barrow by you, the first. As you see, both are playing on J version. Uh, there's not much of difference for any percent. It's just that in some levels there are less Bs, but overall it's just almost the same playing on J or USA version. So if to anyone that wants to pick the game, if you have a USA version, the only thing that matters if you have 1.0 or 1.1 basically.
So on Christmas's stream here, we are gonna see her do a slight trick.
Yes.
She teams up and throws into the second barrel, which actually stores a high jump. So next time she takes damage, Dixie will fly up into the air higher, which she's gonna abuse here, and actually be able to flutter across this entire gap.
And she got the G, so swag points for getting the G. Usually the visual cue to know that you got it correctly is taking the banana punch and also taking the G, but it's not mandatory to you to hit the G to be able to nail the trick. So now both entering glimmers. This is a hard level to optimize, as if you bump into the walls, you basically lose time. So this level is just about movement.
Yeah, I think actually it looks like KBZ is not on VC. This game is notorious, or this level is notorious for having a bright seizure-like
Yes.
light on the SNES version.
Yes, KBC does play on original hardware, while Christmas, if I'm not mistaken, she plays on VC. So
Yes.
though it would not have any, I mean, apart from a bit of loading time, there will be almost no difference, as we know the world record is on consoles, so VC has not beaten yet DKC2. Okay, Christmas.
Like both had pretty good glimmers.
Yes, okay, so Christmas did the goal swap while KBC is just swapping before the barrel, so that's a bit of a difference. So now 3-3, let's see if they go for new tech or going for pretty much usual stuff. I'm confident that Christmas will not go for it, but we'll see.
I
Yeah,
don't
she
know if
would not
KBZ
go for
is
it.
not. But yeah, a new wrong warp was just found in this level that saves about 15 seconds. But it was literally found last night. So
Yes, KBC is going for it. He taunted me earlier. He said, "I'm going to go for it. Why not?" So this all happened.
And it looks like he got
Yeah,
it.
he got it.
Wow, okay.
Excellent.
So
Excellent.
let's talk about that real quick. So this new wrong warp style was just found where you can use these cutlasses and any barrel that shoots you out. And if you take damage on, it's like 2 frames that if you take damage on and jump into the barrel without touching the ground, it will actually wrong warp you even though you're not switching screens. And it was just found the last couple of days, and that saves about 15 seconds.
Yeah, it was found by J Runners, and Void showed up recently because it was originally found for Fire Furnace, which is a lost level word. But then trying, it was we were able to find out that this would work on Tray 3 on Crackhead, so game is more broken. And now we are on Ratty Battle, so I do need to ask you a question, which is, from all animal bodies, why Eduardo the Snake is the worst? And please spam the OS Komodo on the chat.
So Bradley is notorious for having the absolute worst hitboxes. You can jump on top of an enemy and get hit randomly at any point during this entire level.
But apparently both were totally fine with Ratty. So now we are going to see another wrong warp, which
This
includes
is one of the original run warps.
yes, another instance of super jump, and this super jump is important because it will stop. Normally, if you play this level casually, the water will be continually going up, but with the super jump, the water is glitched and will not go up, allowing us to go into the bonus barrel without having water. And
So
both got it.
yeah, so at the start of the level, we saw them do a swap in the water while one Kong was in, one Kong was out, and that stores a super jump. Same way that if you take damage, you'll do a really high jump.
So now, Barrel Blast. Okay, so KBZ going for kind of new tech that it's. I do not recall exactly how much does it save. Let's see if Christmas going
Saves
for it.
about 1 second to do this two fast skips. It's not much of a time save, but it's more consistent because you don't need to get those two fast quick barrels.
Yes, which actually Christmas had a bit of problem.
So it looks like KBZ missed the Vine clip.
Yeah, easy every time.
And so did Christmas. So what they're trying to do there is they're going to team up and do a big boy on that croc. And it allows you to jump up into the top vine, and there's actually a spot where you can team throw upwards and clip through that vine, which saves a decent amount of time.
Essentially skip the last barrel section, but fortunately there is a backup. Otherwise, if you fail the backup, you'd go through the Maze of Shame. So now both on our friend Cudgel, which we could say that is a auto-scroller kind-ish boss.
Yeah, this fight takes a long time, and there's very few ways to speed it up. You see them doing this kind of quick throw. That's literally the only way to speed this fight up at all.
Yeah, that actually this type of quick shots saves around half a second, but if you mess up, you lose a bunch of time since Kajo needs to do the cycle all over again in order to grant you the TNT barrel. It's a bit risky if you're learning it, but these two are so experienced on it that I'm not seeing them failing anytime soon.
Yeah, there's a visual cue for it, so that if you're practicing, it makes it fairly easy.
Yes, and timing goes along with Dixie breathing while holding the barrel, so it gets shorter every hit, but it's a reliable source of time in it.
So they're coming up on their last hits here, and we'll be heading into World 4.
Yes, where the true fun begins, because we do have two auto-scrollers almost back to back, but we're going to go into that after Hornet Hole, which has a cute trick.
Yeah, Hornet Hole, we're going to have some basic platforming at the start, and we're actually going to be using Dixie for this level. One of the few levels we use Dixie for, just because we need her for a trick coming up. So they're going to grab Squitter to allow us to do a trick called Do Scrolly Scroll, and basically when you grab a hook and jump off the hook straight into Squitter, the screen will scroll really fast, as you see on KBZ's screen, and you can actually get through that section super fast, and then just take a damage boost from Diddy there, grab the barrel.
Yes, actually, the damage boost is necessary, otherwise, the camera will continue scrolling forward and you will not be able to stop, and you're essentially soft locking the game.
Yeah, and it looked like Christmas had a tough time actually getting on the hook, but she got it after a while.
Yes, we've got it, and now uh, KBZ entering target terror, which is our first autoscroller. That's nothing much to do here. There's no optimization, almost no optimization whatsoever.
There's a couple optimization things that
Yeah.
save a little bit, but I mean it's pretty straightforward, stereotypical auto scroller.
Yes, we need to grab all the tick barrel, the green barrels, and we need to avoid the red ones, the one that has the crosses, because we need to open the gates. But let's see if anyone will go for the extra life on the end, for the canny swag on the end. Christmas, I know she won't go for it. She always say no to swag. Let's see if KBC give us the pleasure of going for swag. So
Considering you need Diddy for the next level, I don't know if either will go for it. I would say if Dixie was in front, then they would go for it, but
I mean, actually, since Bramble Scramble does have a thicker barrel on the beginning of it, I mean, it
yeah,
would.
it's not too bad, but
Yeah.
needing the swap, I mean, it's just slow.
I mean, you will lose the time. That's granted, but it's not the
Swag,
end of
dude.
the world.
The swag, dude.
Yes, we need to see if KBC can recover from not getting Flying Day, so he needs to go for swag.
At the same time, he got the new tech, and he did go for swag.
Yeah,
Again,
so Candy Swag on the chat for getting the cool balloon. So he will enter now Rambo Scramble.
yeah, we're gonna have another wrong warp, which is different take on beetle clashing, as we're gonna use the vine to clash. So you have to run up this, jump up that rope very fast to load the barrel while the hook's still out, and we're gonna jump on this bramble, get an invisible off of it, and we actually have to get over here before Invis wears off to spawn that barrel. And he got it first try.
Yes. Fortunately, he got the first try. Let's see about Christmas. While KBZ entering Rickety Race, she goes for the corner.
Yeah,
Shout outs to Pipples.
And that's a little optimization thing that came out that allows it to be a lot more consistent. So both got a first try, and then we're gonna head into our next auto scroller. That's a little bit faster because we get this barrel at the start of the level.
Yeah, we go left to get that boost barrel, so we go really fast. The only thing that we need to think about this level is just that time the jumps in order to pass the enemies or kill them, but also avoiding going into a pit, losing a life unnecessary. But usually, these two are a real experienced runner. They were not going to fail this. They need to watch out for racer number 2. Shout outs to Canis for that.
But all of the racers are pretty straightforward on how to jump over. Number 2, if you don't hit that first jump, it's really scary.
Yeah, so. But normally there's no problem with it. So, entering now another instance of warp barrel where, sorry, wrong warp.
We're gonna head into Metal Hole Marsh now, which has another wrong warp.
But fortunately for us, we're going to see a bit of platforming first.
Yeah, the first half of this level is pretty neat. There's a lot of really optimized platforming. And it looks like KBZ actually dropped a roll.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate. That will give Christmas the lead.
Yes.
So,
yeah, unfortunately, these swamp levels, sometimes rolling off the corners of these platforms can be a little tricky.
Yeah, so unfortunate. Sometimes those rolls does not cooperate at all. So now the ego section, pretty much easy every time.
But Christmas is going to come up on the wrong warp fairly soon. Once we get to the
ego section.
cannonball. So she's gonna grab this cannonball, and she needs to keep
Yeah.
it alive.
Yeah, she does a little movement backwards in order to manipulate the camera, in order to be able to, well, basically adjust about the shoots from the cannon guy. Uh, she got a warp, no problem. Let's see KBC side.
And they both got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a standard Beetle Clash. There's a lot of optimization with that one that actually they make it look a lot easier than it is.
Okay, so now on Run Ramby, we have a bit of difference on how approach.
No.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. So Christmas went for the damage boost while KBC went for a big boy, but apparently he missed.
Yeah, both had.
Yes, harder actually the backup than going for the actual big boy. So, okay. So not sure. I have missed the feed for a little bit.
Yeah, so KBZU is trying to roll off the second platform to get up there and missed it a couple times. It's a really tight window.
Okay, recover the feed. So
Both are heading into the Ramby section now.
Which actually it's really simple, that section. It's just well, you hold A to charge Ramby, and then let him move actually and jump timely.
Yeah, there's very specific points that you need to jump here. Other than that, you just kind of let him run.
Yeah, and actually do not need to even tap the D-pad sometimes.
Yeah, there's this thing at the end here, which KBZ didn't even get it, but there's like you can jump midair with Ramby to get over that barrel. Neither one went for it, I think, but
yeah, neither were able to get it, but now they are entering the king. The king. Don't sleep on the king.
Never sleep on the king, dude.
Yeah. Casually, this boss is a bit hard, but optimally, it goes for the same pattern almost every time. So everything's timed in order to hit on the sting properly every hit. The only thing that could be a difference if they are able to get the choose cycle or not. I'm not sure if KBC got it.
I don't believe so.
And I'm not sure if Christmas either. So basically, the choose cycle is after the king gets smaller, there is like a frame where you can hit it with your shot before the bee shoot spawns, which will, after removing the bees, will give you one last shot to hit him. So, but
yeah, we're gonna enter into World 5 now, which is I think a lot of runners' favorite world. There's a lot of really good platforming in this world.
Well, this is what we could say the true platforming world of the game, since
there's no wrong warps in this world at the moment, at least.
Yeah, with this new tech found, most likely our donkey scientists are getting
Who knows what's going to happen in the next couple months.
Yeah. So
but for now, this is a pure world, so
yes,
really with cool levels.
Yeah, and with an auto scroller where we can have fun with the chat. So
this first level, yeah, it's just a lot of really strict platforming
and some good rolling with Didi, which unfortunately KBC got hit with Didi in the beginning, but fortunately there is a DK barrel
team up goal at the end.
So now for the fun with the chat, this is a one-hand stage where you can play with simply one hand. This is a time that you can chill out a bit, so spam your one hand please. So we are in Tupac's library. This is where J version come into play a bit.
Yeah, this is actually the only level that J version really affects, and there's only one less B. At least in any percent, it's the only level it affects because we have a wrong warp in Bramble Scramble now.
Yes, actually it affects in 102, where you need to have the 1.1 version, as on Brambler, since you need to do it full Brambler, there is less bees on the end. And also, I believe there is a damage boost that's exclusive to Japanese version. So that's why. But we are on Tupac's library, where there's slide optimization, because if you jump upwards and downwards when the cart is going up and down, it gives you a small boost, and also jumping on the gate makes it uh, less frames to open. So that's a bit of improvement on an auto scroller for a change of pace.
So, yeah, I mean, it's just an auto scroller level. It's nothing really much to talk about here. The next level, however, which we're going to see them getting into soon, is really cool level.
Yeah, with the wind mechanics, that is gimmicky, but they are fun actually.
It's a really
So
fun level to run.
yeah, hard to learn, may I say.
Hard to optimize, yes.
Well, that. So we are on. I always forget the name of the level, but as you see, when the wind is in your favor, you go super fast. When it's against you, you're really slowed. So really tight jumps, trying to optimize uh, the momentum that the wind gives you. So on Christmas side, you see that she's waiting for the wind pattern to change, and this is cool stuff. Team up she teamed up into the barrel in order to manipulate the wind for the last action, and she died.
Yeah, that last section is actually pretty difficult to do as Diddy. There's a lot of really tight rolls. But that will give KBZ back the lead.
Yeah, but cool person go with the baby strats are with Dixie.
Of course, speed strats are Dixie.
Yes, but unfortunately for the level that KBZ is on, we need to have Dixie for the hovering for a bit of it. So this is PCP, or Parachute Panic, where casually the developers intended us to grab the easy parrot, the blue parrot that works as a parachute, but that's too slow for us. We need to go fast.
You don't want to grab any of them except for at the end.
Yeah, so that's why we optimize movement. This is one of the most impressive levels to watch, because it's so fast paced and you're free falling basically.
Yeah, and this is one of those levels that the first time you get it down the right way, it's just so satisfying.
And now the level that everyone's favorite. How should I call it? Webwoods, Deadwoods, or Get Good Woods?
So this is one of the hardest levels, and it's partially because it's just a hard level, and partially because Squidder sometimes doesn't like to do what you want him to do. But it's a lot of really quick platforming and reaction times. Squidder has a mechanic that you can create an instant platform underneath you if you press L and R at the same time, and they'll be doing a lot of that because we don't want to slow down to actually shoot.
Also,
very often.
Yes, and also as you saw in KBC earlier, we are going to use the second jump that is always given after you get a hit, in order to use it as the damage boost with the spider. So I don't want to make any comments so far with KBC, but okay, he ended the level. He got it flawless. Webwoods.
Yeah, there's two damage boosts you can do in that B section, where if you get hit as Squidder, you can actually. Oh no! It looks like Chris missed the big jump.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can, if you get hit as Squidder, you actually get another jump if you press it right away. So you can hit the B and then jump, which allows you to get more distance
Yes, and that is used to create another platform and be able to continue with the level. And KBZ is on Creepy Crow, or as we love to call him, uh, Zombie Crow. That again, Crow was not good with fakes this last time, and being that, he's also not good enough with luck because every time we hit the alive mini bird, he can spawn the barrow on 3 platforms. Optimally, we would like to have either middle or right side, but we see on KBZ side that he got a couple left, so but it's not that much of a lost time.
So we're heading into one of our, not our last, but one of the last animal levels. This is the last time you'll see on guard the swordfish.
Actually, we're going to see him later on, but for a second, and Eduardo,
Oh, that's true. Yes.
yes, Eduardo, please. Uh, well, we were talking about Ratty being having worse hitboxes. Actually, no, it's Eduardo because if you remember him on DKC3, every time he goes into his attack mode, he's invincible. But on DKC2, he's on the other way around. He always gets hit when attacking. Not sure why. He's not invincible at all, so he gets hit out of nowhere.
His hitbox on his attack seems a lot smaller than it is because a lot of times you will attack and you'll just get hit instead of the enemy.
Okay, so yes, as I believe Zara would say, his hitboxes are questionable. So
So we're
now,
heading into well, and at the beginning of this level, it didn't look like KBZ went for it, but there's a new strat involving Diddy and a high jump
some big boys there that rather
allows
impressive.
you to save a few seconds. And I'm not sure if Christmas will go for it either. She was contemplating it, so we'll see.
Yeah, the problem with the new tech is that you go off screen for a couple seconds, so you need to manipulate the camera. So I'm not sure if she has mastered that yet or attempted it, but yeah, it's a bit of safer. Just we do see there a damage boost by KBZ that saves a couple seconds because it avoids you going for a section.
So there's a lot of really quick skips you can do here, skipping B cycles, and that damage boost, it just pops you up into the next section, so you don't have to go all the way to the right.
Yeah. Let's see if you. Oh, KBZ
Nice.
getting the ghetto base. That essentially normally that section with the wind, you need to go a B of the time, but with the right momentum and right jumping, you can skip 2 of them at once. So that's what KBZ just did.
It didn't look like Chris went for the Diddy strat at the beginning either.
Yeah, no, she went to normal. So now, KBZ entering Castle Crush. A 5-minute boring auto scroller. Nothing much to say there. So, not sure if he's going to save the DK barrel. Oh, so he's grabbing the DK barrel. Not sure what he's going to do with it. Let's call that the companion barrel for a while. Let's see what magic he does.
So we just like to keep it around. It's kind of a protect the DK barrel level. It gets us by the auto scroller because it's a very long level.
Yeah, since it's 5 minutes, let's have some fun with it at least. I mean, nothing extra to see.
Yeah.
While Christmas did not go for the Ghetto Beast, her setup was a bit questionable, so I don't blame her at all.
Yeah, she took the safe strat out, but she's also going to enter this level, and I assume she'll also try and do the protect the DK barrel since it's a long level.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a long auto scroller, I don't see why not protect stuff just for fun. Maybe it's going to have a magic trick, not sure. Okay, what's that invisible barrel? What's going on? What? Wait.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay, so Everyone, that's the Castle Crush skip. Basically, what we do is get an invisible barrel out of that DK barrel. That's why we need to keep both Kongs alive. And then we do magic tricks and summon the end of the level about 2 minutes and a half. So basically, that auto scroller is dead.
Yeah, that was the best trick that was ever found in this game.
Yes. So now KBC entering Clapper's Cavern. Say goodbye to Eduardo. We do not want to see him again. So okay, there a bit of trouble on KBC side
Yeah,
stream.
my mind froze as well.
Okay,
So
let
we'll
me see.
try
He
and.
just his power went off.
Oh no, dude.
Not like this. Not like this.
Well,
His so rip KBC. Oh my. No, he was at such an awesome pace.
yeah, he was actually putting together a really nice run,
Yeah.
including getting the new tech in
Yeah.
Crackhead.
Yeah, you first try that.
Yeah.
So that was pretty impressive. But
So at
okay,
least we can see how Chris finishes out this run.
yeah. So now what she will do is shout out to Nyaki, throw her the girlfriend in order to get a invincibility barrel, which we're gonna use to finish that last section, hitting everything. And the shout outs is because Nyaki, who is a Spanish runner, he's a gentleman. He does not like to throw the girlfriend, as you saw there. We left the Dixie crying, and he does not like to do that. So,
So
shout
we're gonna head
outs.
into Chain Link Chamber here, and this is gonna be our last wrong warp of the run. It's assuming she gets it.
Yeah,
This one can be a bit tricky.
yeah. The last one, and may I say, I believe is one of the hardest.
It's just tricky to set up. So we're gonna grab that. She did get it. So
Yeah,
we
no
grab that
problem.
cannonball, bring it down, clash on that barrel, and then get the invis spawning the bonus.
Yes.
So
And since we summoned the bonus that actually has really corrupted IDs, when we enter the bonus, we finish the level. So, Toxic Tower, we're gonna see a lot of true and omega double jumps from Christmas.
yeah,
That is
this level is really cool to watch and to play. It abuses the double jump from Ratley that we saw earlier in the run in World 1 for the wrong warp and top sail trouble. It allows us to get extreme height and skip a lot of sections.
yeah, though
Really tough to pull off, though.
yeah, it's really hard to learn how to true double jumps work and how to make them work. But after overall solid snake section and as well
Yes.
solid okay, a bit of a trouble with squawks, but
Yeah, it looks like she's cleaning up the level fine, though. She missed a couple double jumps and had to do some backup strats, but it was an okay level.
so let's count 1, 2, 3. Okay,
Up and
got
four.
an entry. What a god gamer. So okay,
One more
entering
level.
the hardest boss in the game. Oh, we saved. Wait, Donkey's there. Oh, we saved him. Nice. Wait, what's going on? K-Rool, please. Why you do this to us? Why we need to go and chase you again?
So we're gonna enter Screecher's Sprint here, which is our last level before the boss. And we're gonna see her manipulate the camera there, which allows her to get through some cycles of things that make the level a lot quicker.
Basically, the first one is just manipulate the Sanic thing to be able to hit him while rolling, and then the second one is to manipulate that enemy that is between the Brambos, so we can basically despawn it. So let's see if she got. Okay, she got the race kit.
So yeah, she did a little wiggle there, which allows her to actually fly over the that screech, and it allows her to skip the entire race sequence, which means we don't get that small cutscene.
Yeah, it's a trim second save, and also we keep listening to Sticker Brush Symphony for a bit of while.
Yeah, just a
So,
lot of quick flying here through these bees, and we're home free. You can actually bounce off the bottom of these brambles without taking damage.
okay, I'm definitely thinking that Christmas will say that KBC lost because he went for swag. Just she would say that's what happens when you go for swag. Poor KBC. But okay, we are on Captain K. Rool. Basically, if K. Rool is done properly, this is a glorified cutscene. Nothing out of the box here. It's just trying not to get hit.
Yeah, and there's a little bit of optimization with how fast you throw the cannonball, but it is said glorified auto scroller.
Basically, what you can do is on the first frame possible where K. Rool is sucking with his blunderbuss, you can throw the cannon and you will see no dust at all, what we will call the dustless throw. So, but apparently Christmas, for safety, waited a little bit, so it's fine. Okay, so going through this section, that's fine.
You just have to jump over and under these cannonballs for this section. It's pretty straightforward. Not too much to really talk about here other than execution.
Yeah, we'll most likely see a low 43, I guess, by Christmas.
Considering the couple deaths, and especially that bad one in Dead Web Woods, that's not too bad.
Yeah, the only important thing is if she cuts the twig or not.
That's
on
true.
a race.
Yeah, the world record for this game is a 44:17, done by Twig.
Yes. And then we have the Scrub world record that is a 40:17, but that does not matter at all.
Yeah, that's done by Void. He's a scrub.
Yeah, it's just we need to basically the goal for all runners when they begin is cut the twig. And we got the blue DD for the fans.
Here we have a glitch that we like to call Blue Diddy. If she were to swap here, both would be blue. Basically, if you team throw upwards when you get hit by that blue one, you don't get frozen. When there's no time to unfreeze, so you just stay blue. Just a fun little thing. It does lose a couple milliseconds, but at this point,
it's for fun
for the fans.
Yes. So she got Flying DD and Blue DD, so we cannot complain on this. So she's entering the last section where he throws the purple things that will makes your right and left reversed, and the red ones actually makes you run like half speed.
So here you can just run into the corner as Diddy, and you'll never actually get sucked in. If you were Dixie, you wouldn't be able to do that.
Yes, if you're Dixie, you want to manipulate a K route to spawn further in order to give you enough time to not get hit. So 43, 55, okay, almost 56, I miscocked it. She did not cut the twig. Oh, she cut the twig. Okay, I not paying attention. So
yeah,
okay, cutting the twig.
That's the only thing that matters.
Yes. So
but yeah, no, it's unfortunate KBZ had a power outage. He was putting together a pretty nice run. It was a really nice back and forth race. Very unfortunate.
Yeah. Cool thing he was able to show off the new wrong warp in a marathon, which
I'm
if we had
actually
finished
really
the
happy
run.
he got that.
Yeah, if he had finished the run, I mean, it would be like, damn, it would be so valuable to have him. But sometimes power comes out. It's rather unfortunate in settings like this. But thank you, KBZ, for displaying the race well,
Yes.
and also Christmas for
Yeah.
be able to
Thank you
finish.
to both of our runners. This is a really, really fun game. Fun game to watch. Fun game to run.
Yes. And that if you're interested to learn, we do have a wiki where we have all the strats. We need to update it with the new crackhead, but that will be done shortly, I say.
I
Uh,
assume so. It's
yes.
already getting optimized as we speak.
Yeah, so dkcspeedruns.com, that's our wiki where it's going to have the links for our Discord as well, where you can join and make all the questions that you want. So, and we're gonna have everyone will be willing to answer them. A bit of memes we're gonna have time to time, but uh, everyone will be willing to help. So,
Yeah,
okay, so
overall was a pretty good race. Unfortunate that KBZ went down, but thank you to both of our runners, and thank you guys for having me and Kalars here.
thank you, Panda, for joining on the commentary. I appreciate the help on commentary.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Thank you again, Chris and KBC, for running. Unfortunate problems, but happens. So, okay, I will need to have Fizo might be confirming me, but most likely we are already set up for the next run. That would be Edward 406 doing F-Zero GP Master All Leagues. Please stay tuned on that. After F-Zero run, we're gonna have Onmi Gamer doing both Hagane and Skyblazer, and after that we're gonna have Raimono and Jackimus doing a race of Operation Logic Bomb. Here at Speed Gaming, we are watching SNES Super Star Marathon, uh, 11 days dedicated to Super Nintendo Entertainment System games, ranging for the most known of, like Super Mario World, Donkey Kong, which we're gonna have more monkey business later on this week, and of course some hack ROMs that we saw earlier today and yesterday, and of course some more obscure gaming that you probably might not even heard of, but it's there. So of course, if you have missed the race or any run, you can always type !VODS, and you're gonna pull up the playlist on our YouTube, so where all the runs will be uploaded. Of course, !YT will show up our YouTube channel, where this event and all past events that has occurred here on Speed Gaming are on video on demand. So also there are some events that are currently ongoing here on Speed Gaming. We have Shovel Knight Tournament, Mega Man 3, Mega Man X2, and Ori and the Blind Forest. Also, starting next month, we're gonna have a Zelda randomizer, a Mega Man X3 and Banjo-Kazooie tournaments for that !events, and you're gonna have all information. So let me see if Edward is ready.
I believe he is.
Okay, so we're gonna transition up to him so he can go ahead with his run. Thank you all. We are hearing each other later. Bye.